Liverpool and Arsenal might not immediately come to mind as rivals, but these two fierce teams still have history. Between them, these clubs have 32 English Premier League titles and have signed the best players in the world, including Thierry Henry, Luis Suarez, Mesut Ozil and Mohamed Salah. But while one of these clubs is clearly the more decorated, the question remains, which of them had the more glorious prime days? So today, we're going to find out who would win between prime Arsenal and prime Liverpool. The rivalry between these two English giants goes too far back for any modern football fan to know about. But in the 1990-91 and 1988-89 Premier League seasons, it was a tight contest for the number one spot between the two English clubs. In both seasons, however, Arsenal won the trophy, with Liverpool coming in behind second. But in the 1989-90 season, Liverpool came in first, with Aston Villa in second and Arsenal placing fourth. But the peak of their rivalry was probably in the 2001-2 season, where Arsenal won the title yet again, leading the table with 87 points, while Liverpool came as runners-up, 7 points behind the Gunners. That was also the midpoint of Arsenal's prime years, which is widely considered to be from 97 to 2004 under Arsene Wenger, in which period they won the Premier League title 3 times and were runners-up 5 times. Their team was so good in that period that they either won the Premier League or they came in second place. To top it all off, the Gunners also won 3 FA Cups in that time. So, it was their prime years for sure. And with players like Ian Wright, Patrick Vieira, Nicolas Anelka, and the phenomenal Thierry Henry, Nwankwo Kanu, and Robin van Persie, it's not hard to see why they dominated the world of English football in that time. This team was so good that in the 2003-04 season, they did something never before seen in the English Premier League, a record no other team in England has been able to break to this day. Not only did they win the Premier League title that season, they also did it without losing a single match. As far as records go, that is going to be one of the hardest to break in English football. But on the other hand, Liverpool have been an equally impressive team with records of their own. They are the English team with the highest numbers of UEFA Champions League trophies, having won the European title 6 times. And while Arsenal have come in as runners-up before in the competition, they have never actually won the title, which is something that opposition fans have often used to taunt them, since the UCL is a title that every other major club in England has won at least once. Liverpool have also won the Premier League title 19 times, while Arsenal have only 13 Premier League titles to their name. Another area Arsenal comes up short is in the Europa League, having only ever finished as runners-up twice, while Liverpool has won the title 3 times. Liverpool's level of success has been guaranteed by the likes of legends like Steven Gerrard, Xabi Alonso, Fernando Torres, and of course Michael Owen. The only Liverpool player and the only one of few Englishmen to have won the highly prestigious Ballon d'Or award. But Liverpool's prime years are thought to be under the management of Jurgen Klopp from 2015 to 2020. In this period, the club had an aggressive attack with Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Robert Firmino. These guys were unstoppable, winning both the Champions League and the Premier League titles in 2 successive seasons. So in terms of titles, prime Arsenal had nothing on prime Liverpool, because even if they won the Premier League unbeaten, they could not win their club their first ever UCL title, a feat the Merseyside club has accomplished 6 times. But Arsenal have had their pound of flesh against Liverpool in one of the most hurtful ways possible. The older fans would remember this. It was the 35th match of the 1988-89 Football League season, contested at Anfield between Liverpool and Arsenal. Liverpool were first on the table, while Arsenal were behind in second place. But this match was about to decide who would win the league, as there was only a little bit of difference in points between the 2 clubs. However, Arsenal had to win by at least 2 goals to overtake Liverpool in the table. Anything else would result in Liverpool becoming league champions. And the Gunners did not disappoint. Arsenal won 2-0, with midfielder Michael Thomas scoring the second goal in the final seconds of the match, ending Arsenal's 18-year wait to be crowned champions. Arsenal's manager at the time, George Graham, had adjusted his usual formation to a defensive one to stop Liverpool's attacking threat. One of his strategies was employing David O'Leary as a sweeper in a back 5, Arsenal striker Alan Smith scored from a header as play resumed in the second half, but the game drew to a close with the score 1-0. Arsenal needed just one more goal to win the title, and it came in the form of a stoppage time miracle. Arsenal's Michael Thomas made a run through the Liverpool midfield and scored the last-minute goal, in the process denying Liverpool the chance of a second league and cup double. The match is considered to be one of the most dramatic conclusions to a league season in the history of the English game. But while Liverpool lost that match, they later became known as the kings of comebacks themselves. Perhaps the most memorable one was against prime Arsenal back in 2001. They made an iconic comeback against the Gunners as payback, with Michael Owen at the peak of his powers and a skin-headed Steven Gerrard ready to become a Reds great. 2001 was a special year for the Merseyside club. This FA Cup final win over Arsenal was key, a trophy that was part of the treble they had won, alongside the UEFA Cup and League Cup that season. Freddie Ljungberg gave Arsenal the lead of the day in the 74th minute, before 2 goals from wonderboy Michael Owen in the last 7 minutes of the final handed Liverpool the win. It's this performance and the fact that he'd just won a treble that likely earned Owen the Ballon d'Or that season, the only Englishman to win the prestigious honour since then. But we certainly can't leave what is arguably the greatest comeback in football history, what is called the best ever European night at Anfield. It was Liverpool versus Barcelona in the second leg of the Champions League semi-finals. The first leg at Camp Nou had gone terribly for the Reds, losing 3-0 against a star-studded Barcelona team. But in the second leg, football fans were about to witness a true miracle, a quickly taken corner from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and a beautiful finish from Divock Origi put the Reds in dreamland. And with that, Liverpool managed to somehow overcome that deficit to win 4-0. The Reds went on to win Europe's biggest prize the following month for the 6th time, thanks to, in no small part, this excellent turn of events. So it's safe to say, Liverpool, in their prime, were also the more resilient team. Even if they failed to secure the first Champions League win in the 2005-06 season, where they came in second, Arsenal holds the record for the most FA Cup wins with 14. But then again, if we're talking trophies, Liverpool takes the cake. Liverpool also won a treble in 2001, with Michael Owen grabbing the most distinguished individual award in all of football that year. Something Arsenal's all-time top scorer, Thierry Henry, could never achieve, even if he came in as runner-up in 2003. But in the end, the matter of which team was stronger is subjective. It's all about the qualities you're looking out for in your perfect team. While prime Arsenal under the management of Arsene Wenger failed to secure even one UEFA Champions League title, they were certainly a consistent team. Certainly can't ignore the fact that they were the only team not to lose a match in an EPL season. The manager also knew the importance of investing in young talents like Cesc Fabregas, Jack Wilshere and Hector Bellerin, who were later instrumental to the club's successes. In their prime days, they were unstoppable for sure, but while Liverpool may have lacked consistency over the years, the numbers still don't lie. They won more Premier League titles and more Champions League and Europa titles than Arsenal. They were also the more resilient of the pair in their prime under Jurgen Klopp. But let us know in the comments who you think the better prime team was. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to keep seeing more content like this. Alright folks, hasta luego.